Hi, this is Ms. Anderson, your Lufkin Early College High School Success Coach. Today I'm going to be talking about Associates of Arts or Core Complete, which is right for you. So you've all likely heard of the Angelina College Associates of Arts degree that you can get free of charge from Lufkin ECHS. Today we're going to be talking about a new plan called Core Complete and discussing which one fits with your future goals. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the difference between the associate's degree and Core Complete. With the associate's degree plan, you earn 60 credit hours from Angelina College free of charge. Core Complete, you actually earn 42 credit hours from Angelina College free of charge. You may be thinking, wow, 60 credit hours, that's more than 42. So who wouldn't want to pursue the associate's degree? But today we're going to talk about why more credit hours is not always better, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. So another difference is that with the associate's degree, you earn a degree from Angelina College. So when you graduate from high school, you will have a 2-year Associates of Arts from Angelina College. With the Core Complete, you earn college credits for transfer from Angelina College. So an Associates of Arts degree might be a good option if you're interested in leaving high school and immediately going into the job world. You would have a degree that might help you get paid better. Core Complete is a better option for if you're thinking immediately after high school you want to go straight into a bachelor's degree program. Another difference between the associate's degree and Core Complete is that with an associate's degree, you're likely going to get some hours for the associates that may not transfer towards a bachelor's degree. These are credit hours you have to get an Associates of Arts, but they may not be things that transfer to your major at your 4-year university. Again, this is not a problem if you're not going straight into a 4-year university and you're planning on working, but if you go to a bachelor's degree program, the associates may give you some hours that are not going to be able to transfer. With Core Complete, almost all of your hours that you earn are going to be transferred. There's actually something we're going to talk about later that ensures that most of these hours will be transferable. So with the associates, you're looking at more total credit hours, but with the Core Complete, a higher percentage of those credit hours will be transferable towards a 4-year degree. So you may be asking yourself now, what is the Texas core curriculum? What is Core Complete? So just like you have certain courses that you have to take in high school to graduate, every public college and university in the state of Texas has a list of courses that's on the core curriculum that you have to take for any major. Those can differ a little bit by major, and we'll talk about that later. But just know that this list is a list of those courses for Texas public colleges and universities that you need to graduate. To be Core Complete means that you have finished all these course requirements. So if you wanted to add this up, you'd notice it doesn't add up to 60 hours. It adds up to the 42 hours you would be taking to be Core Complete. You may not know it, but you've actually already taken some of the courses on the Texas core curriculum. So if you're a sophomore, you've likely taken general psychology. That would count as your 3-semester credit hours for the core curriculum for social and behavioral sciences. Most freshmen have taken public speaking. That would count as 3 of your semester credit hours for your communication credit on the Texas core curriculum. So why is the core curriculum important? It actually has to do with the Texas Administrative Code, which I've listed here if you want to read it. But basically, if a student attends any Texas public college or university and is transferring to any other Texas public college or university, any course that they have that satisfies the core curriculum at the college they're currently attending has to transfer as the same component of the core curriculum at the college that they'll be transferring to, which for a lot of our ECHS students will be their 4-year university that they plan to graduate from. So it's great to know that many of your courses on the Common Core curriculum are absolutely going to transfer, but there's just a few things I want you to keep in mind. The first thing is that this rule only applies to Texas public colleges and universities. So if you're looking at schools like Baylor, which are private, or LSU that are out of state, this rule is not going to apply. The other thing I really want you to think about is you need to pay very close attention to the requirements of your particular major and university. So as you're going to learn, colleges have not only a core curriculum, but also separate requirements for your major. While the Texas Administrative Code guarantees that every course that you take on the core curriculum at Angelina College will transfer to the core curriculum of any other Texas public college or university, the separate requirements for your major that are outside of the core curriculum may require you to take a different course than what we have offered at Lufkin High School as a dual credit course. So if you're a pre-med major, you may have to take a science or math that is not the science or math that we offer dual credit. And those situations are great situations to seek advice from the ECHS office, from your school counselors, or even better, directly from the registrar of the colleges and universities that you're interested in. One thing Ms. Davis and I get a lot of questions about is, what do you do if you are in that situation? So what do you do if your major requires a different course? So let's say that you go and look at your major at Texas A&M and find out that the math you have to have is actually calculus, which is not something we currently offer as a dual credit course. So if you find that out, you can do a couple of different things. So you may choose to take less than the 42-hour Common Core. You may choose to just take 36 hours instead. Sometimes that can be a smart option because sometimes you may want to take some of the early prerequisites for your major at the college that you're going to graduate from, because they may have a special way of teaching it that leads better into their major and would help you understand the upper division courses better. Another thing you might look into is, in some cases, and Calculus AP is one of these cases, there may be an AP course that will fit your major. So while you may not be able to take a dual credit course there, you may be able to take an AP course that will fit well for your major, and you can communicate with the colleges you're interested in about what sort of AP scores they would be looking for in order to count that as either an exemption or a transfer at their campus. At this point, you may be thinking to yourself, hey, it makes sense for me to take less than the 60 college hours needed to get the Associates of Art at Angelina College. But those 60 college hours are free. I want to get as many hours as possible to save money. So next we're going to talk about how could too many hours actually be a bad thing. And that's where the 150% rule comes in. So the 150% rule says that college students who take over 150% of the required credit for their degree can be subject to losing federal and other financial aid. What that means is however many credit hours your bachelor's degree required you to take, you would multiply that and find out what 150% of that is. If you go over that amount of hours, you can lose all your financial aid. Now, this decision can be appealed, and from what we've heard, that's often the case with early college high school students who run up against this rule, is that it is appealed, but it is much better not to end up in this situation. You don't want to have to rely on it being appealed. Another rule you may have heard about from siblings or teachers is the excessive hour rule, or the 150-hour rule. So this is a different rule from the 150% rule. It means that students who take over 150 hours to receive a bachelor's degree can be charged out-of-state tuition. I want to make clear that this rule does not apply to hours taken in high school. So your dual credit hours that you take while you're at Lufkin High School will not apply to this rule. This rule will only apply to the hours that you take after you graduate from high school. I know that was a lot of information, but please feel free to contact us with further questions. We are happy to sit with you and call the universities and colleges that you're interested in transferring to get some answers about what are the best courses for you to take. Thank you so much and have a great day.